Hey everybody, it's Joel Tappan here, and I got a package in the mail finally from Academy Games, and this is going to be the first of a couple box openings, because I got 1754, finally picked this up. As a part of the Kickstarter, the Vikings Kickstarter, this was one of the add-ons that you could put on your purchase, and so I went ahead and did that. I've been wanting this one for quite a while now. And we're going to take a look inside the box. I know it's been out for a while, but some people might be wondering what's in the box. So here we go. Make this one real simple. Well, inside we have a turn or turn pawn and some kind of a die, special die for forts, I'm assuming. We also have the various different faction dice and also the cubes that'll be drawn out of this bag to determine player order. So there's one cube for each of the factions that'll be drawn out of here. So you can see there's looks like there is a French one, French faction, the British faction, maybe provincials, Canadian provincials, and then these would probably be for Native Americans. Got those. We have these little covers that go on the inserts. I think that's going to be at the bottom of the box where all the cubes and parts will be stowed. Draw bag to draw cubes out of to determine player order. Only one small batch of tokens here. They're nice and thick, round tokens. One deck of cards, a little bit on the, what do you call it? They're the narrower sized cards, so you'll fit those in the Euro size sleeves if you like to sleeve your cards. There is an advertisement. Oh, there's a silica gel. Keeps everything nice and dry. Good call, Academy Games. This is the advertisement for the other game that we'll be opening up here in just a minute. Rulebook. This one is one you can learn the rules like 5-10 minutes max. It's pretty simple to learn the game. So most of this is going to be historic info and some clarifications on what's meant by the cards, but you're talking less than 10 pages of actual rules, nicely illustrated with lots of illustrations. So if you played any of the 1812 or 1775 games, which are very good games, this one here will be of similar complexity. One map of the theater in which the French and Indian War was waged. So we'll take a look at that in just a minute. A whole host of little cubes which represent the soldiers and so forth that fought in the campaign. Lots of different colors. You have white, red, yellow, purple, and green. This insert here, this is pretty cool. What this insert is, it's perforated, so this all comes apart. And what's really cool about this is each faction has its own little mini deck. So there's like 4 different, factions worth of cards in this deck. So each faction has their own cubes, their own deck of cards, and their own dice. And these little inserts here will hold the dice, the cubes, and the cards. And then those plastic sleeve things go over it to hold everything nice and tidy in place. It's one of the coolest, most functional inserts you'll find in any kind of a game. And so there you go. That's 1754. Now, as part of the Kickstarter package, I did for Vikings, I did pick up some extras, and this was something I don't remember ordering, but I got it, and so here it is. Native Alliance 1754 Conquest Native Alliance expansion. So I don't know what this is. We'll have to find out. But this is nicely positioned to show you how the cards will fit inside the little inserts here. So the dice will fit in there, the cubes, everything. It's just a neat insert. I love that insert. Got something else here worth showing. The Treaty of Paris. There is a board to hold the cards when all 4 treaty cards come out. The game will end at the end of that round of play. Only moderately warped because of the dry climate here, but that's alright. It'll be just fine. So there you go. Oh, one more thing. It did come with an alternative setup card. So another little variation on gameplay. And another one of the Kickstarter extras that I ordered was the card stands. These are printed on wood, and they're printed nicer than the ones that came with 1775. These are really nice, nicely printed. They are a little on the thin side. They're the same thickness as the ones I got with 1775, but my experience was when played on the table, these would not hold the cards upright like you'd want. So, I'll show you what I got here. You put the cards in here, and they'll fit in the slot and stand upright. My experience was that they didn't do that too well, that this is just a little bit too thin. So what I did is you can get little rubber stopper things that you put on the bottoms of furniture, and you can just glue them to the bottoms of these things. You can pick them up for a couple bucks at your local hardware or do-it-yourself store. Just glue a couple of those on the bottoms of theirs, and so it'll sit maybe 1/8 of an inch higher, and there you go. Problem solved. They still fit in the box just fine. They'll go in this little insert here just fine. And so there you are. So that's 1754 Conquest by Academy Games, and that's what comes inside the box. Oops, one more thing. Sorry, y'all. I did say I was going to take the map out and show it to you. It is a hard-mounted map, of course. It is a longer map than what you would see in a standard like GMT game or Multiman Publishing. Your typical board game is around 22 by 34 inches. This is going to be a lot on the wider side. Just like 1775 and the 1812 games. It's a really, really nice map. I really like how it looks. So there you go. There's a look at the map. There's your turn sequence. Spaces for the units that have fled to go. It's just really, really nice. I feel like this one here is just as nice as the 1775 map. Probably the 1812 is my least favorite. The color choices are somewhat unusual with that one, but this one, I feel like the color choices with this work really well. So there you go. One more time, that's what comes inside the box.